Okay, I was thinking about our etiological discussions about your headaches and the vertigo. One thing, one cause that we have not mentioned is your being pestered by your colleagues about houses and gardens and trees and whatever, Indian mythology, things like that. So I do realize that this is like stressful, but um, for once in these films, mostly because of the two really interesting pictures that you sent, I decided not to hop around. I have this tendency to hop from room to room, from story to story, and not really give a chance to kind of meditate on all this. Okay, so um, gradually I've gotten stuff out of this room and emptied those bookcases back there. I'm not going to jump up, okay, because you know that the Carolyn's bookshelves are now empty. They were supposed to be gone, but I exhausted the team on Sunday with dismantling and rebuilding the Tony Lee thing. Okay, so also think of that table gone, because that table is way too big for it's too big for this house. So that's going to be gone as well. So that space is greater now. And my basic idea is to get this thing out. Notice Ganesh is sitting there in full glory there with his water and his picture of himself, the narcissistic guy there. That's going to go in the corner, I guess, but it's not the end of the world if it stays. Okay, so right now this is, I don't know why everyone calls this white, okay, because it's yellow, but it's very pastel, and I don't dislike it. I think it's to sell a house, it's a good choice of a color. It's really good, actually, and this is what Fran says as well. She says this is the best, and she should know, I guess. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little twist here. Okay, now that coffee table is this one that I had from University Square Apartments, and that's going to go as well. But okay, all that said, I mean, this is quite a lot for one person. That's another consideration here, that there's not often going to be, more than me here. So that's just, I mean, I think that's kind of rare for one, don't you think? It's somewhat rare to have, either a partner or children or whatever, grandparents, who are sort of cohabiting a house. This is basically my space, and I've been careful to get sofa beds and things like that, so people can stay over if they want. But when unwelcome people come, what I have been doing since I lived in this part of Greenbelt, what I've been doing is I just pay for their hotel and tell them it's too small and I'm too weird, and I'm gonna do evil things or whatever the best story is, and I just let them stay. They're happy, because they want to save the money, but they don't really want to stay with me anyway. Okay, so there's the mirror was going to go there, but if the wall's coming down, obviously the mirror can be elsewhere. I really like the big mirror on that one image, whatever it is, photograph. Now, but to the point, I still like terracotta, but something, okay, the main impression here that I think would be interesting is, something strong and interesting. And whereas this color here is fine to sell a house and to kind of cater to every man, as it were, it's kind of boring for me, and especially during the winter, when Greenbelt's kind of depressing anyway. So anyway, terracotta I still like, but a kind of brighter terracotta, or even, as I was thinking, like a goldish mustardy. I think that would be very nice. and interesting. Okay, now, and then the moving here, remember I was always thinking I want like a contrast, because I've been looking at the magazines and things. I see that people have like dark, strong colors, even like strong, sort of odd, greeny colors. And, you know, I mean, I like the way they look actually. And I mean, I'm not against that, but, you know, I'm not such a green person. Okay, so that's why I sort of gravitated to blue. But the more I thought about it, the more I've seen some really nice, I don't quite know the shade of red. It's a sort of purpley, blackish type red, deep blood red. I think that would be nice, you know. So you move from like an orangish, either terracotta or mustard or some color like that, and then you move here and sort of into the more artistic space. They have that sort of, is it vermilion? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the names of those colors, but I will look, because I mean, I know they're there. Okay, and also keep in mind, you know, the walls, because I know I'm going to paint them, I haven't put anything up except Tony's thing, and that was more or less to, you know, say goodbye to him. And those chairs, these are, God, you know, these are, you know what these are, by the way? These are Adelphi chairs. I took them with me when we moved. I broke all kinds of rules, because we weren't supposed to take the corporate furniture, and this was not really corporate furniture. Someone bought these because they liked them, and they're very good. I mean, they're the best. They're really, really well made, and that's probably real leather or something close to it. And that's just a cheap IKEA thing with, you know, dog pee on it. So, oh, someone's here. 1 second.